Okay, so then now we've got some data in there. We're kind of cooking with gas here. Let's go and look at some of the other options we have available to us. So we're going to open back up our entity. And so I think we've covered fields. I feel good about that. So let's talk about relationships. So no, not the relationship between you and I, right? I know it's a great one, but we're not going to talk about that one. We're going to talk about the relationships between your data. So in this example, one of the things I want to do is I want to be able to pull in the customer, right, that we're actually going to bill in case it's billable. And so what we can do is we're going to add a relationship because we actually keep the customers over in that contacts list that we showed in the opening example. So we're going to click on add a relationship. And so here you can see we can do many to one, many to many, or one to many. And so it's really just about setting up, what is the relationship and how is that kind of, cascade out. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a many to one relationship. And so what entity do we want to pull from? We're going to pull from the contact entity. What do we want to call that, right? And this is just creating a lookup column here inside of our entity. And so we're going to say that is customer to bill. Except we're going to spell it like that. So it's going to set the contact name, right? We're not worried about any of that. But now this is going to set up that relationship. So when we do done, and we save our entity, now if we go over to fields, we're going to see customer to bill is set up. It's a lookup, it's custom, right? It's all set. So then now when we build our app in the next module, we'll be able to take advantage of customer to bill, but all of the information for this customer to bill is going to be tied to the entity, right? If we go back to entity, and then we'll say instead of custom, we want to do all. And maybe we don't want to go through that whole list. We're just going to search. We'll say search for, there's contact. And so then it's going to pull all this information from this contact entity, creating that relationship between the two without us having to repeat data entry, repeat the fields. We're just going to tie the records together so we have a nice looking solution. So that's how you set up relationships.